So hot here in Israel. Okay, so I just did some searching about Pernilla Wahlgren, and there was this show, night show with Pernilla Wahlgren and her daughter Bianca Ingrosso. And in it they were sitting in a studio and gossiping, and Bianca tells about her mother. She made up some story, and she said that most probably I hope for her anyway, but it didn't sound like it was made up. Anyway, the story, to put it short, was that Pernilla Wahlgren slept with Marcus Schenkenberg, who is a model who also dated Pamela Anderson for quite a long time, and a few other celebrities, all of them with extreme sexual appearances. The more I see Bianca Ingrosso, the more I just can't stand her. There is just nothing positive whatsoever about this monster to a person. And what is so disturbing is that Marcus Schenkenberg, I don't think that he is a pedophile. I don't think that he belongs with them. He's a model and probably not very smart, and a person, an individual who you easily take advantage of. I just want to pop in and say that Marcus Schenkenberg, thank God, he has a son and a son only. So because Marcus Schenkenberg isn't a pedophile, his son automatically is not a pedophile either. Because a non-pedophile man cannot give birth or have his sperm used to create a pedophile man, a pedophile son, even though the woman might be a pedophile herself. It does not what do you call it, like not transform. You said transform? Transfer, maybe? It doesn't transfer pedophilia if the man is not a pedophile. Thank God. Because it comes across as a precious soul. And I bet that he would be a very interesting person to interview. He'd have a lot to say, a lot of interesting things to say. I'd gladly interview him. Not necessarily because he is especially smart, but he would have a lot of interesting things to share about the things that he has been through. And an interesting thing is that when I write Bianca Ingrosso, who is a famous person, a person with a blue V on her Instagram, daughter to Pernilla Wahlgren, obviously a famous face, a famous person in Sweden, wealthy for all I know, has her own clothing company, has had several, I believe, plastic surgeries. When I search for her name, there is no searches coming up whatsoever in the section news. Nothing. Not one. Nothing. Isn't that very strange? How could it be so sterile? I mean, like, it's not like she hasn't been written about before, because she has. The article that I read about Pernilla Wahlgren versus Marcus Schenkenberg had her mentioned in it. By the way, I was laughing because they were trying to make it up as if she and Marcus Schenkenberg had a relationship. Well, of course they would. Why would we ever question that? Because who's Pamela Anderson next to Pernilla Wahlgren? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is me really praying for Marcus Schenkenberg to find a woman who values him for who he is and not solely because she is sexually attracted to him and want to further the pedophilian lineage. I wish for him that he never ever get involved with pedophilians, women or men, in the rest of his life. That's my prayer. I'm gonna do some more investigation about Bianca, because this family is just as bad as they can be. There is so much to say about them. There's so many questions I have about them, and absolutely nothing puts them in a positive light. Pernilla Wahlgren, Bianca Ingrosso, and the person I'm praying for, Marcus Schenkenberg.